All right. Well, I got up about this time, about an hour. I've been up for 24 hours plus. I've had 1 hour power nap, caffeinated all day, had a great day. Talked to more people, more friends. I was like, wow, is it fixing to really go down like Wednesday or Tuesday? Because I talked to everybody today. It's a teacher work day, so I had a lot of downtime. But is it like these the farewells? Anyway, Ben Roethlisberger's all over TV, and I saw Michael sent a few more things. Not sure what the topic is, but I cannot wait to get into everybody's comments tomorrow. I am not going to work out tomorrow. Wednesdays, Whole Foods. Thursdays, is going to be workout. So tomorrow is videos, and I'll be rested. But I'm about to go to bed. But I had Ben Roethlisberger on my mind. I hit the shower. The game was on. Roethlisberger's last game, 18 years, of course, 6 + 6 + 6. Plays for Pitt, the bottomless Pitt. I was like, Dark Knight Rises, Pittsburgh, Pitt. Gotham's team was Pittsburgh. Bane opened up a pit. That was the abyss opening up. That was the abyss opening up. Not sure how well it fits all timelines, but Dark Knight Rises is going to be my next movie. And my goodness, the things that we saw in The Dark Knight after I'd seen The Dark Knight 8, 9, 10 times, sat there and noticed the eye black, the eye darkened out. So there's no telling what the Holy Spirit's going to allow us to see. Be ye as wise as serpents, yet harmless as doves. We don't do anything about what we know other than expose it. I think that's Ephesians 5:11. Have nothing to do with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them, expose them. And well, just like Paul did when they were yelling, Diana is great of Ephesus. I think that was Acts 19, I think we saw yesterday. But if that's when the pit is open, well, martial law was declared. Now, if that occurs on the same day, it doesn't really make any sense. But the pit was opened up, and then there was a series of actions, and then he declared martial law. So I want to look for any type of time frame, just like the apple rolling. You know, you count the squares. What are we counting when the apple is rolling? I mean, what's the significance of why an apple is rolling? How many rolls? How many times does it cross black and white checkered row? You know, well, I'm going to look for some kind of count when the abyss is opened on maybe the minutes and seconds when the explosion takes place. And then comes the martial law. Well, the martial law game this year was October 17th, which portals over to that April 5th day. And remember, I looked at my stepdaughter in my days apart with her, and it had the 405 in it, the April. So the exact date, remember, she's got the 886 in her number. 3. She was somebody I talked to. 3 times 19 times 1988. She got the 886 right there in her number, built in. Now her birthday is March 19th. We'll be looking at that, of course. But there's a 13 in front of it. Okay. Don't know what the significance of that is. Don't know if any of this is significant. Again, we look at all the tells that are in our lives, TV shows, movies, but maybe the people that are close to us. I just haven't felt the calling to gematria their names. So just, you know, sure you understand that. So April 5th, you have to then go back 43 days. If that's when the abyss opens up, and it came to February 21st as being the day he would go down, then he would rise on the 24th, and then 40 more days later, or excuse me, rise on the 23rd. Yeah, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So the opposite of 322 is 223. He would rise on 223. There is no full moon there. There's no full moon involved in that. And then there's no full moon involved on April 5th. And remember, I had a dream that I married a girl whose birthday was April 5th, or is April 5th. She's still alive. And she's not anybody I'd be interested in. She's not anybody I'd marry. So there's no significance there. So my guess was, does he go down on the 14th, rise on the 16th? Because see, when they put out The Darkened Night, and we know that's what the movie's about because his right eye was utterly darkened in the dark night. So that tells you that the movie's about the darkened night, and it came out on 7/18, which was the next Porsche 911. And hey, we didn't get that from any channel. That was our stuff. Okay. I just looked up one day, what are other Porsche cars, what came after the 911, because that might be significant. And it was that big day in me and the pilot's life when we were together on 7/18, and then a year later, 2012, 7/18, jet door opened up. I tell you what, if me and her ever get to speaking again, I tell you what, I can get Jamie and Michael proof. I can connect both of them to her best friend or her really good friend. It's on my Facebook. But we get phone calls and they'll tell you. She'll verify with you. And that a jet door opened up and smashed her chest, gave her ruptured discs, herniated discs. She had augmented breast already, which I think they ruptured. And, you know, you can joke that they might have saved her. And I think that was kind of a joke, but so if we move it back a week, then we have to go back 5 days, which would put us at March 29th that he would rise. March 29th would be the day he would ascend. And that's nowhere near a full moon either. So the only thing that really gets him ascending through a full moon, because the whole Pitts thing, that really caught my attention tonight. And that then has him going down at Valentine's Day, and then martial law would be a week after he ascends. He would ascend like around March 29th. And then martial law would be declared. Because it wasn't like the pit was opened and Bane walked out and goes, martial law. There was a series of things that took place. You know, they got the professor out there. They took him out right there in front of everybody. They detonated the bomb. Of course, iPet Goats got the bomb. So it's a lot to look at. But what does really fit is him going down Wednesday, which has been a very strong day for us for a very long time. Very strong day. If you include the 5th, now tomorrow, Tuesday, I will tell you this, it's the 4 times 2022, you get 8088, which is the same number you get on Groundhog's Day. Because 2 times 2 is 4. Well, tomorrow is 4. And the month is 1. So it's just 4 times 1 is the same as 2 times 2. So you do get that same number. And remember the Dark Knight, it's coded Academy number. That's the last thing you see after the credits roll was 44427. That 44 could be 4th day of the month, 4th day of the year. And then you got their number 42. And then you've got the number 7. But I am really more about Wednesday because you go straight up 43 days and count the day as a day. This one doesn't. It doesn't have a button where I can do it. So you just back it up a day. He would ascend through the snow full moon. So my best guess, what's now in first place, is the 5th. Based solely, absolutely no other reason that I put it first place. Is because iPet Goat has him going up through a full moon, spinning, ascending out of the pit. It's an ice pit. We know the abyss is the center of the earth where the North Star is. That's why you've got that's where the face, you've got the clothing line called North Face. One of the Batman or Trump's or Antichrist enemies is Mr. Freeze. Batman's job is to unfreeze what Mr. Freeze did. Mr. Freeze, of course, is God who sealed, or why they call him that, because he sealed the abyss with ice. And that's why Disney had a movie series titled Frozen. Santa, Satan, Satan, Santa, North Pole. This is too easy. This is like shooting fish in a barrel. What's not like shooting fish in a barrel is figuring out the day. But since the whirling dervish went up through the snow full moon, and since the snow full moon portals over to the solar eclipse that Donnie Darko woke up on, so really what you have to do then is you have to put 28 days. got to go up 28 days. From the ascension, from 216. And that's the day the world will end. And that's John 3:16. It's on a Wednesday. Train wreck. Train wreck. John 3:16, March 16th. They always held up that banner. John 3:16 baseball game. I Pet Goat, Heliofont, YouTube. I Pet Goat, Heliofont. That's it. This is what happens in 28 days after the ascension. Now, all of this is assuming, it's assuming, by the way, look at the 500 right there. Y'all watching Shaking My Head Productions 5G rollout, Shaking My Head Productions 5G rollout, because you got to keep an eye on what they're doing. They're going to mislead you in certain areas, so you just be careful. But they were showing a commercial where they go, it will affect 500 billion. That was the number she gave, and it showed 500 right up on the screen for the commercial they were doing. So there he goes. That's 28 days right there. Boom. That's what Michael sent, I think, was something on 28 days. Well, after that's at the eclipse, because Patrick Swayze blocks the sun. Okay. So Patrick Swayze blocks the sun. By the way, he's 8/18, 1952. He's got an 88 in his number. And there's that August 10th that I was telling you about. Anywho, I know, right? So since that portal's over to the solar eclipse, the snow full moon, he ascends. And it's 28 days after that where you literally go 88. Now, if you want to add 88 days to that, if you want to add 88 days to the day, it's May 15th. If you want to add 88 days to the solar eclipse, since all those numbers added up to 88, well, we just lock that in, May 15th. But if we go to the 4th, and you want to go up 28 days, January 1st, we just passed it. So it ain't that. So now let's go up 88 days. Since all those numbers added up to 88, 28 days, 6 hours. So when you go 88, Of course, they do give the dates and times on that. It's March 2nd. I don't know. I don't like any of that philosophy. I think we're going to stick with the 28 days. Stick with the 28 days and put it after February 16th. That's really the most fair way to do it, in my opinion, or the one that makes the most sense. And it's John 3:16 day. And John 3:16 baseball. Tebow wore it. John 3:16. You know, man, can't even look at that dude anymore, man. But you just go to these, but back in the 70s, that's all you'd see. Man, just can't look at them. John 3:16 sign. So that's something to really focus on. Which one do I want? This one looks best, doesn't it? That one fits our timeline the best. But in order for all of that timeline to work, Wednesday, he's got to go down. Got to go down Wednesday. Rise on the 7th. And ascend on the 16th. And 28 days later, that's the day the world will end. You're still in winter. You've got 5 more days till spring. On March 16th. All right. Love y'all very much. Tomorrow, all rest of comments will be read, and I'm looking forward to it. And yeah. All right. Love y'all.